The shadow of tragedy loomed over Hastinapura when the young king Vichitravirya died without an heir. The throne, once a symbol of stability, now stood empty, and the court plunged into disarray. Queen Mother Satyavati, her heart torn between grief and duty, knew she had to act decisively to prevent chaos and preserve the Kuru dynasty. Amidst mourning, Satyavati remembered the sage Vyasa, her firstborn son before her marriage to King Shantanu. Though Vyasa lived secluded in deep meditation, his reputation as a seer and teacher was legendary. With prayers and offerings, she summoned him to the palace, pleading for him to perform the sacred rite of niyoga to father heirs with Vichitravirya's widows, Ambika and Ambalika. After days of meditation and purification, Vyasa accepted the task. The first encounter was with Ambika. When the queen, accustomed to royal splendor, saw the sage's austere appearance and piercing gaze, she trembled and closed her eyes in fear. The ritual concluded, but the consequence was immediate. Ambika gave birth to Dhritarashtra, a prince born blind, a symbol of how fear contained even the noblest lineage. The court shuddered at the birth of the blind prince, for blindness was seen as an omen. Yet the need for an heir was urgent. Satyavati requested a second attempt. Vyasa then approached Ambalika, whose pale face betrayed her terror upon seeing the sage. From this union came Pandu, a child with unnaturally pale skin, his physical frailty hinting at a fraught destiny. The queen mother, troubled by the results, asked Vyasa for a third union. This time, the sage was joined by Parashrami, the widow's loyal maidservant. Without fear and with respect, Parashrami received the sage. From this union was born Vidura, a child of humble appearance but blessed with great intelligence, integrity, and a compassionate heart. With the birth of these three sons, the Kuru dynasty was renewed. Though Dhritarashtra was the eldest, his blindness barred him from the throne. The crown passed to Pandu, who was trained in warfare and statecraft. Vidura, though ineligible for kingship due to his mother's status, became the wisest and fairest counselor, guiding with impartial advice and deep knowledge of Dharma. Years later, Dhritarashtra, aware of his limitations, forged authority from the shadows, while Pandu took on the duties of ruling and protecting the kingdom. Vidura, with his wisdom, mediated conflicts and advised policies for the collective good. Together, though in different roles, they upheld Hastinapura's unity in times of peace and on the brink of future storms. Final moral and lesson: the births of Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura teach us that a person's worth is not defined by their origin or the circumstances of their birth. Each found their place and purpose, one on the throne, another in council, and another in upholding morality. This story highlights that diversity of gifts and collaboration are essential to a nation's strength. When those with different abilities unite under a shared purpose, a kingdom thrives and prepares to face any challenge. Even in adversity, unity and collective wisdom can overcome the harshest trials.